with me, I felt like as well, I didn't want to burden other people with like my sadness. I just thought, okay, I had this mindset of how can I always, because I was a big people pleaser,
Yeah.
and even when I was rebelling, but I was always trying to be nice and everything. Like
Yeah.
I was,
Yeah.
and I think that kind of added to it too. It's like if I am sad or if I am, I felt like it would burden other people. And even at school, my friends would even say it. Like, because I had seen a lot of as a teenage girl, you see a lot of your
Yeah.
friends crying and stuff. They'd always say to me, they're like, you're never sad. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, just because I have nothing to be sad about, really. I was like, really sad. So I think I felt like if I had opened up, and this is to my parents as well, first of all, I don't think I knew how to communicate it properly because I didn't understand it myself.
Yeah.
It's like I was rejecting my own feelings. And I felt like when I did see my family, like if they were crying or whatever, even if it was alone in a room, I felt like younger me was like, is that weak? Like I felt like
Yeah.
if I'm gonna survive, I had this like survival mode. I don't know why. I just had this survival mode, and I was like, if I'm gonna do well in everything, like I need to get on with it. That was like my mindset. So I think it's that mixed with wanting to get through things, and I thought instead of like, because obviously now I realize because I'm studying psychology and everything, but with my own life experiences, I realized you have to feel what you're going through and you have to process it. When I was that age, I had no idea. I was like, no, if I just suppress it, it's going to go away. That's what I thought. I didn't realize it, you carry all this stuff like for years and it affects you later. But I thought, okay, if I just forget about it, it'll go away. If I just suppress it, it'll go away. Also, I didn't want to look weak. That was enough. I don't know why I had that as well. I think there was a lot of pressures as well. I guess being the oldest girl and I had younger sisters.
Yeah.
I actually didn't want them. This sounds strange, but I didn't want them to also, I felt like if I cry, if I'm sad, will they it's like, will they protecting them? If that makes sense,
Yeah.
This is not true at all. But I didn't want them to see me. I always wanted to protect them too. I guess that's where it came from. Yeah, I just didn't know how to communicate. I didn't know how to even accept it myself. I think I didn't know how to accept myself. And then, I just felt like also my parents and me and my mum are very, very, very close now. But when we were younger, she was always she was the best, but she was always very, always like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. It was always very like task orientated.
Okay.
When we were really young. And I think that kind of maybe added to it too. Just realizing, okay, I have things to do. And that's what I kept thinking as well, actually, when I was going through all this, even though I was rebelling stuff. But I really thought, okay, I have to just get through it. That was my like survival thinking. Yeah. So I don't know if that answered the question, but yeah, that's basically why.
No, it's funny you talk about your own personal experience from your own home but that's something that's similar I hear from a lot of girls, right? Like nobody, a lot of not only girls and guys too in our Polynesian community, we don't believe in looking vulnerable, looking weak. I know we have this, the great thing about us is our pride. That's one thing I love about I think that's a strength that we have, but it's also something that's too much pride sometimes to admit the reality, admit the truth, especially if we're struggling. It just I just wanted to hear that because I feel like that's something that a lot of women go through.